Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump right into the Real Housewives of Potomac. I am so sorry that I am late. I had every intention of doing this video on time, but life happens. I got overwhelmed with work. I just got overwhelmed. I'm going on a trip to Dallas this upcoming weekend, and I got caught up in shopping and packing. And I said, Angie, you off on Wednesday? Get the video together. So the video, here it is. This is the Portu-Gurl-Bye. That's the name of the episode. It's the Portugal trip. Let's jump right into it. Now, before we start getting into the episode, it's a few things I want to say really quick. Number one, if you all didn't watch What Happens Live that came on right after the episode, shout out to Karen, the Grand Dame Huger. That look you had on, what was that, Sunday night with Andy? That was it. That's your wig, Karen. The 1B roots with the platinum blonde flows, the volume, that is your wig, Karen. That is your look. You looked amazing Sunday night. Was that Versace? I don't know what you had on, but I love the outfit. Your makeup, whoever did your face that night, hire them, keep them on a retainer, have them do your face going forward. You looked flawless. I was just stunned by the look you pulled together. I said, Karen is doing it. Now, number two, I was listening to, I want to say, DJ Richie Sky. He is a fellow YouTuber who does reality television. He was talking about Andy giving a little bit of tea on season 6. So I was like, okay, it's going to be a season 6, which I expected. And he was talking about who Andy wants to stay and who Andy wants to go. Now, I was intrigued because I got a couple of people in mind that can go. But from what he said that Andy said, Andy is happy with the current flow and drama of the current cast. And he said that he didn't foresee anyone leaving and anyone new coming in. So the cast who we have now, he's interested in where the story is going to snowball into season 6. So I don't see any changes. Now, what I took from that is, number one, Giselle, Candace, Robin, Wendy, you all wanted to ice Monique out. She's not going anywhere. I feel like Monique not being able to go to Portugal and maybe not be able to shoot as much throughout the remainder of season 5 was her punishment. It kind of happened to Portia. Maybe Monique might be downgraded to friend next year. I don't know. But I feel like her just not filming as much the remaining of season 5 was her punishment for that fight. Monique will be back. So you ladies, if you want your coins, get used to it. Forgive and get over it. And what I took from that, number 2, is I said Wendy could go. Like, what else besides Wendy and her 4 degrees that everyone was rolling their eyes this entire episode listening to? What else is Wendy bringing to the table? Like, I was hoping to see more of Wendy and her political side, her family, her culture. Like, I want her to put more of that, but Wendy just seems to be a bitter bitch like the rest of them, and she just want to hang with the cool kids. Well, girl, you are the cool kid. You just don't see it within yourself, Wendy. But let's move on. I'm happy. I too am interested in where this story is going to develop into season 6. But if it turns into season 6 is just an extension of Candace versus Monique and more icing out and more I ain't filming, I ain't going, cancel it. Do something different, because we're not going to want to watch that. We barely want to watch that for the remaining of season 5. But let's get right into the episode. You know, everyone does a little montage right before they go on the trip. We see Ashley with Baby Dean. Baby Dean is cute. I don't care what nobody say. I like Ashley and Baby Dean. Giselle trying to call Jamal. He ain't answering right now. And she's showcasing her dry ass wigs. Somebody help Giselle with her wigs. Your man lives in ATL, Giselle. That is the capital of the lace fronts. You can go on any other corner of Atlanta. I used to live in Atlanta, I know, and find somebody to slay your wig. Easily find somebody to slay your wig. Why is your hair so dry and your wig so synthetic looking? But let's move on. Robin and Wendy talking about Monique countersuing Candace, and Robin says Monique lost her mind. I don't think so. That's a part of the judicial system. You sue me, I sue you back, and let's let the judge figure it out. And as we can say, I say it every week, the judge already said both of y'all go sit down somewhere. It was mutual. Moving on. Now, Candace is angry. She's still angry with Monique for countersuing her and putting charges up against her. She talking to her mama, bitching and complaining. She feel like she need new luggage to make herself feel better. Girl, if all it takes is some new luggage for you to shut up, go get it. Go buy your new luggage. But that's rich people problems. Because a girl like me, luggage don't turn me on. Like, I'm going to find me a cute piece of luggage, and me and that luggage is going to go all up and through the airports until one, the zipper bust, a hole pop into it, the little thing where you wheel it around, fly off. Like, until my luggage tear up, I don't need no new luggage. So, but if it makes you happy, girl, buy it. Something nice I'm going to say about Candace. Candace be dressing her ass off. Like, to me, Candace is best dressed of Potomac. When she was showing her little accessories, the little purses, that hat, I said, Candace, you be putting them outfits together. I like Candace's style. I will give her that. Now, let's move on to Karen and Monique. Karen and Monique meet up for lunch. They having a good time. Monique wants answers to what Ashley told her about, well, Karen was the one who told her to put charges on you. That's a little bit of mess, a little bit of old Ashley right there. But, I mean, Karen did say it, but Karen played it off, was like, girl, I can't fight. Anybody throw hands at me going to jail. Now, let me tell you, that's most people. Most people don't have hood mentalities of, let's walk around, you say something out the way, I'm going to whoop your ass, and you think you could walk on. No, most people, that's why assault charges are there, because you just can't walk up and just whoop people's ass because they say something that you don't like. Is it warranted sometimes? Does it happen? It happens more times than often. I think it happens a ton of times on reality TV, and Candace should have just let that go because her mouth is very reckless. But it is what it is. Monique didn't seem too upset. Karen had to break it to Monique that she wasn't invited to the Portugal trip, and they getting ready to go. Monique did look a little bit upset, but she played it off like, girl, I'm concentrating on my family. Now, to me, Monique need a break from that family. That's probably what drove her to want to whoop Candace's ass, because she's tired. She's tired. And I don't understand, Monique. Every time we see Chris on this television screen and you start to complaining about these 3 kids and being overwhelmed, he say, girl, you got my credit card. Go get you some help. You see your husband ain't going to help you. I don't know. It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been Angie. It could not have been me for my husband to say, you overwhelmed, you need some help. There go the card. There go the bank account. Go get you some help. Angie would have some help. I would have easily had me a good nanny to help me take care of these kids. 2 of them look like they go to school. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the plight of the, what do they call, housewife, the mom, the home mom, whatever it's called, whatever the term is now. I don't know the plight. I don't know that story, but to me, it seems very, correct me in the comments, because I work. I don't know what it's like to be in the house with kids all day. But 2 of them look like they go to school, so it seemed like during the day you got a break and all you got to take care of is the little baby. I would easily have me a nanny. I would easily have me, and I know you got somebody to come clean that house at least 2 to 3 times a week. I know you ain't cleaning that big ass house by yourself. I would have me somebody to come clean. Now, if you like to cook, I would probably cook the meals. I don't know what Monique is so tired. I don't know what she's so tired from, but let's move on from that. Because like I said, I don't know. I work 40 hours a week, and I come home, cook, clean, and do all that shit. And I ain't that tired as Monique, but I also don't have 3 kids. But let's move on. So Ashley and Michael are together. They're discussing the child care arrangements. Eve is going to take care of the baby until Michael gets off work at 7. And then baby Dean likes to go to bed around 7 or 8. So Michael will be the one to put him to sleep at night and to give him his bottles and stuff throughout the night until Eve comes back the next day. The one thing I'm going to say, Ashley, if it was me, this Kiss My Cheeks TV, so I can always say what it would be if it was me. Get in the comments, let me know if you agree. I would have just told Eve, especially if I trusted Eve around my man, girl, go ahead and pack you a bag, get you a little bed, pull up bed, or a little blow up bed in baby Dean's room, and go ahead and stay with the baby 24/7. Because it don't seem like Michael, I don't know. I ain't gonna say all that, but if it was me, just so my mind would be at ease, Eve, just go ahead and stay with the baby. Michael will be, you know, he might have to work late or whatever, but I at least know my baby is taken care of, and I ain't gotta worry about if Michael get off work at 7:11 or 7 o'clock. We gonna get into that later. Anyway, let's move on. So we see them go to the airport. They flying off. They got their champagne. They get off the airplane. Candace and Wendy got matching luggage. It looked like they both had rose gold luggage. It was cute. Karen bust her head on that van. That was funny. I think everyone has done that where they've got in the car too fast and that shit hurt. They get to the hotel. That hotel was amazing. It was beautiful. Amazing hotel. Everyone called their husbands, kids, significant others, fake relationships, boyfriend on standby. You know, everyone made their phone calls and got set up. They said, we tired. We're going to have dinner at the hotel. So now we're having dinner. Ashley is telling everyone, look, we're going to do cable cars tomorrow and shopping. We're going to have a good time. The food looked amazing. That food, whatever they had, that little crispy taco, that looked real good. Karen is drinking milk. Karen says she has an ulcer. Ashley in the comments was like, nah, bitch, you ain't got no ulcer. You just don't want to spill no more of your tea. And I ain't mad at you, Karen, because you get a little bit drunk, everybody has, and you get to talking and joking, having a good time with your girlfriends, and you might say too much. And I don't think Karen even really cared to let the women know that she paid off raised taxes. Somebody had to pay them. Shit, at least you ain't got to lean no more like Robin, still leaning with the IRS. So I would definitely tell Robin to kiss my ass. But anyway, I had got upset a little bit. I don't think Karen meant anything by saying it, and I don't think she cares that the women knew it. It's just that if she says something, now Giselle has to take it, flip it, turn it. Well, are you really happy with Ray? You really want your money back? Da, 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 da. And it's like, Karen was like, look, I'm going to drink this milk because I don't need Giselle in my face no more, in my business. I think Karen is fed all the way up with Giselle, and I'm happy they flashbacked all those scenes because I kind of forgot all the bullshit Giselle has really done to Karen. But let's keep moving. Where we at? Up first, Wendy wants to talk about her 4 degrees, and everyone is rolling their eyes. And Wendy is like, really brings up the topic because she wants to let the ladies in a little bit more and let them all know, look, my father was an immigrant worker, and he was so proud to get a promotion at a fast food restaurant and be the manager that he named his second daughter after that restaurant, which is Wendy's. Cute story, girl. I wouldn't have told them bitches that. But it was a cute story. It was cute. You named after Wendy's. Gone, girl. What was next? So now Karen is like kind of apologizing, like, Wendy, I never meant to belittle your education. I'm an advocate for education. And here come Giselle. Then why did you belittle her degrees? Why did you do this to her degrees? And I'm like, bitch, shut up. Bitch, shut up. You see, she apologizing, but now Wendy taking command from Jizzy because Wendy want to be number 2 to Robin. You can easily see that. Yeah, why did you belittle my degrees? I've got my degrees for every black girl in this country for education. I didn't do it for me. I did it for every black girl. Girl, no, you didn't. You did it for you. Not speaking of a black woman, I don't want 4 degrees. I got one and I'm doing very good with the one I got. Most people can have 1 degree and still make plenty of coin. You got the 4 degrees and that doctorate because you wanted it. Congratulations. Now shut the fuck up about it. Now they bring out some drink called the Pouchon. The Pouchon sound good. I want to try it. Rum and passion fruit juice. It looked good. It looked like it needed a little bit more ice, and I would have been taking them back. It looked good. You could get it in a shot form as well. And so now all the ladies are calling the Pouchon, they Punani, Poom Poom. They like a little bit of Punani. They like to lick a little bit of box. And I'm like, okay, all right. You know, some people just can't call it what it is. We always got to make up a nickname. That's something we do. We always making up a nickname. But here you go. They talking about Punani, just having a good fun time, making fun of the name of the drink, whatever. But here go Giselle again. Well, since we're talking about Punani, Ashley, how is Michael doing? And I said, oh, that is shady. That is shady because Giselle knew what she was saying and what she was doing. But Ashley... See, if it was me, bitch, I would have said, oh, Michael is fine. He's at home with baby Dean. How is Jamal doing? And all of his baby mothers. How's he doing with that Punani? You know, I would have threw that shit right back in her face. I don't understand why no one throws the shit right back in Giselle's face. It's so easy. It's so easy. Anyway, Ashley, you know, played it off. She said Michael is fine. She's 100% back in her relationship. Oh, really? 100%? Just the other day you were 20%. How you get to 100% so fast? Why the fuck do you care? How the fuck did you get to have a man who cheat on you while you were engaged? You still married his ass. Cheat on you throughout the entire marriage. Had a whole bunch of babies with the ladies in the church while you sitting on the front row. His baby mama sitting on the second and in the choir stand. How did you get over all of that to be back in this man's face as you are right now? That's the real question somebody needs to put in your face. Now, Wendy now wants to know, well, you know, the last time we went on a girls' trip, Michael's with the strippers. He was cheating. Are you worried about that right now? And Ashley's like, no. I think Ashley knows Michael for exactly who he is. She understands what type of marriage they have. She's already said, I think, with the Monique situation that she's already admitted to having an open relationship and having multiple people in their bed. Ashley knows exactly what kind of marriage she has. I think Ashley, more than anything, doesn't want it to be in the blogs. She doesn't want it to be ammunition for the girls on the show to throw in her face. Where I think if you was a little bit more honest and just say, look, me and Michael have an open marriage. He can do what the fuck he want to do, and I can spend all the coins I want to spend. They would shut the fuck up. But moving on. In the confessional, Robin has to let us know that she feels Ashley because Juan cheated on her when she was a new mother, and she just didn't have the energy to care that he was cheating. She just let her man cheat in peace while she was breastfeeding babies. Girl, if it worked for you, it worked for you. Only you want that dysfunction. Only you. I feel like y'all tell too much of your business. Like, Robin, you ain't have to say none of that. You could have let that, keep that secret to yourself. Moving on. Now, Giselle wants to know if Karen has talked to Ray. And Karen was like, yes, I've talked to my husband. Have you talked to your man? And I'm like, finally. And Karen gets to grand dame read Giselle. And I loved it. Karen was like, well, I'm a little bit concerned because you're always alone. You're always alone. And Giselle was like, well, my man is booked and busy. And so now Wendy is piping up against her, Giselle. It's like, all of our husbands are booked and busy, ma'am. All of our husbands are booked and busy. So Karen is stating facts. Did she say this in the confessional? She says, Giselle has all these requirements about our men and how our men should be treating us and what they should and should not be doing. But she just lets Jamal slide on by. See, Giselle, I mean, Karen, you already know, like we know at home, this ain't no real ass relationship. This is for TV. And that's why Giselle gets, it was written all over her face. It was written all over her face like, deflect, deflect, deflect before I get called out in some bullshit. And so now Karen is like, well, is he proud of you? I don't think he's proud of you. And Giselle is like, he's very proud of me. And Karen shades her ass again. She says, a proud man is by his woman. We've never seen him. A proud man is by his woman. And Karen is like, has anybody seen Jamal? I have never seen him. Have you seen him? Robin, your BFF, have you seen him? And here goes Giselle, y'all ain't gotta see him. You ain't fucking him. And then, you know, Candace is like, y'all fucking. Like, they really, like, it's written over the whole table's face. Even Karen, all your little lackeys. Candace is like, nobody believes y'all are even fucking. Y'all have no chemistry. Every time y'all are on the TV screen together, y'all can't even hug each other passionately. I've never even seen you two kiss on the television. I haven't even seen y'all hold fucking hands. And you want us to believe you fucking them. Okay. You and everybody else in Atlanta. Allegedly. And so now her BFF pipes up and it's like, well, Giselle, you know, we're your friends. And if you're in such this happy, and you heard how Robin said, if you're in such this happy relationship, why won't you share the happiness with your friends? Like, cause she ain't happy, girl. So that dinner is over. So now everybody back at the hotel room. The doctor with 4 degrees can't figure out to turn her lights on and off. And I'm like, girl, you just let them make you look so stupid with your 4 degrees. Giselle has a private conversation with Robin, telling Robin, look, girl, I receive what you're saying about Jamal because you're my friend. But in you let me receive that information in private. In public, just be my pit bull. Just cuss these bitches out for me like you usually do. Don't have my back. Fuck them. And I'm like, see, that's what's wrong with Robin. She can't realize that she's just a yes man or a yes woman, whatever it's called. A yes person. You're just here to say yes, 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 yes. And oh, I'm just so happy to be here on this show with no storyline that I'll fuss and fight and pick arguments with my friend Giselle so I could make a little coin to help pay off my taxes. You know, that's you, Robin. Anyway, let's move on. Ashley has a breakdown. It was kind of stupid to me. It's 7-Eleven. She calls her friend Eve. What's up with baby Dean? I miss my baby so much. Oh, he's a little bit fussy. You know, he's sleepy. He's a little bit fussy. And she's like, oh, well, where's Michael? Is he home? No, Michael's not at home. So instead of you missing your baby so much, hearing that he's a little bit fussy and ready to go to sleep, and you so want to talk to your baby before he go to sleep, all you had to do was push FaceTime on your phone and tell Eve to put baby Dean up, and you could have sang him a little lullaby. Woo, 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 baby. Mommy will be home in 3 to 4 days. I love you. I miss you. Have a good night's sleep. Instead of doing all that, you proceed to call Michael, who was only 11 minutes late, to be like, where the fuck are you at? Why? You know, Eve is at home. The baby ready to go to sleep. Dean will go to sleep whenever the fuck he want to go to sleep. Michael ain't got to be there. This whole argument made no sense because it was 7-Eleven. I am going to give some of this maybe to the postpartum. Maybe Ashley was a little bit emotional because I just didn't understand the reasoning behind it. Because you said you missed your baby so much, you just want to put him to sleep when you were on the telephone with the person who had the fussy baby ready to go to sleep. Now, Michael, he talking about you molesting me on the phone with your accusations. That was too much. I feel like y'all was just turning up for TV. But moving on. Let's move on from that. So the next day we wake up to see Candace having her being Mary Jane moment. I definitely rolled my eyes and hit the fast forward. Giselle. What's your stylist friend name? Whatever his name is, he's not your friend. Why did he send you to Portugal? Day one, your hair was slick. Like, it looked pressed. What did you do? Did you jump in the pool? If you jumped in the pool or something, I'll forgive it. But day two, your hair is a bushy, frizzy mess. You have on a ponytail that is a totally different wavy texture. Your hair is like an orangish blonde. It looked like the ponytail began in a 1B, because you can see that strip of 1B, and then platinum. Who the fuck gave you those colors? It was like 2 different textures, 4 different colors. That ponytail was a hot mess. You get on this, Karen read your ass down to Andy talking about tacky is just your brand. It is. Anyway, let's move on. Portugal is beautiful. They went up that little cable car. They got to the top and you saw, I guess Portugal is right off the ocean, or the city they were in was right off the ocean. It was very beautiful. And I said, I want to go there and go shopping up there. And it looked like a place where I might enjoy the food. And I definitely want to try that drink. But let's move on. Let's have lunch. Actually, for whatever reason, it's legal to pump your titties in public in Portugal. So she just chose to do it. It's a lot of shit that's legal. That don't mean you should do it. Like, we ain't got to see you pump your titties. Moving on from that, because I know it's a lot of people that probably, I don't even know how to say it. Let's just move on from that topic altogether. So now Wendy wants to talk about her 4 degrees again. She got some more to say. And Ariel was like, we thought you buttoned this shit up. And she's like, let me unbutton it. Whatever that sound she made with her mouth. It was so funny because the night before, Wendy was like, I put a button on that. Kind of like she felt like she checked Karen by saying I put a button on it. And I'm like, you never checked Karen. Like, Karen is just choosing to let it go and to let you talk. But anyway, she wants to uncheck it to let everyone know. What did she say? She wanted to explain how hard it was to get this doctorate degree. It took her 6 years. Whatever the paper, what is it called? I ain't write it down. But whatever the name of that paper it is it a thesis? Whatever it is you have to write, it was 170 pages. She birthed 2 children within those 6 years. Her father passed away. She dedicated that paper to her family. She was an emotional wreck. She almost quit, but she didn't. And she wanted everyone to know she earned her degree. And I'm like, bitch, you and everybody else that got a motherfucking doctorate. I'm sure it's a lot of people. It took everybody 6 years to do that shit. Everybody wrote 170 pages. Everybody dedicated that shit to their family. It was hard for everybody. I just can't stand Wendy. If I was Karen, I would have said, Wendy, fuck you and fuck your 4 degrees. I don't give a fuck. You on the same show as me. You're on the same platform as me. We're on the same level, bitch. And I ain't did none of the shit. That's what I would have said if I was Karen. Karen is not Angie. Karen is a little bit more classy. Karen did the classy thing and just said, Wendy, if I offended you, I apologize. Can we let this shit go? And I'm happy Karen apologized, because now if Wendy brings the shit up one more time, you just a petty bitch with no storyline, which you already have shown to be that, but you really gonna show it. Because moving on. Candace brings up Jamal again, which leads everybody and Karen and Giselle to kind of have this back and forth of, have you seen Jamal? Have you seen Jamal? And finally, Giselle picks up her phone and was like, Jamal, say hello to everybody. Jamal, it's Jamal. Hey, you see Ashley over there eating her food. Here go Candace. Make sure you say hi to Karen ass. And Karen was like, what did Karen say? That does not satisfy me. And I said, Karen, it don't satisfy me either. Because guess what? I can call my baby daddy on the FaceTime and flash it around to everybody in the circle too. But that don't mean a goddamn thing. Ooh, I'm sorry. I got a little angry for a second. I don't want to say the Lord's name in vain. Forgive me. That does not mean a damn thing. Flashing some man around in a circle. And Wendy was like, I guess Giselle told us to shut the fuck up. And I'm like, no, she didn't. And then Karen proceeded to give the best read of the episode. She was like, Jizzy, we know Jamal lives in your phone. That was hilarious. Yes, that man lives in your cell phone. And We happy for you. Girl, if you happy, we happy for you. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Next week, we're finally going to get to see Ashley tell Candace that she made a character statement for Monique. I didn't mention that this episode because all Ashley did was mention it. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes and the aftermath of that next week. And we're going to see why are they in stripper clothes having some kind of stripper party in the hotel room. I don't know. To me, I would like to see when you all go on these trips, I want to see more of Portugal. I want to see you all maybe can you just not film? Like, I would like to see you all go out and have fun. Because what season was that? I think it's the Atlanta Housewives when they would actually go out to different places and we would see them party. And like basketball wise, like we would see the cities they were in, not just you all having these costume parties in the hotel suite talking about bullshit that could wait till y'all back in Potomac. Like, Ashley, you didn't even have to tell Candace any of this, but I guess y'all needed something to film, I guess. Anyway, I've talked for 30 minutes. It was a pretty good episode. I got my life because someone finally stuck it back to Giselle, and Giselle deserves it. Anyway, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I will see you all next week. Bye.